What is nature and nurture? Actually, nature versus nurture is a predominant debate in motor development. The question is, which factor has the biggest responsibility for developmental outcomes? Nature refers to the inherent and inherited factors that shape an individual's development. This includes genetic information. Nurture refers to the environmental factors that influence an individual's development. This can be physical, social, and cultural environment. The interaction of nature and nurture is called epigenetics. Epigenetics describes the interplay between genetics and an individual's environment as a determinant of potential to develop motor skills. What does this really mean? One's genetic material and environment collaborate throughout the lifespan. While an individual may have genetic material, the environment can dictate whether that potential is expressed.
Take the athlete Michael Phelps, for example. Both his environment, or access to swimming lessons at a young age, and his genetic potential contributed to his successful swimming outcome. According to Dr. David Epstein in his book, The Sports Gene, it is both nature and nurture that make an athlete successful. You can't separate one from another. They are both equally important in molding individuals into the kind of people they are. In a recent study published in the Journal of Physiology, Dr. Enyon and associates aimed to create an algorithm to analyze the complex interactions between genes and environment of elite athletes. The researchers utilized gene expression analysis to better understand how epigenetics play a role in a person's potential to become an elite athlete. They believe that several rare alleles may explain the likelihood of being an elite athlete. The research suggests that epigenetic mechanisms play a role in developing elite status. For example, elite Kenyan long-distance runners undergo strict regimens at high altitudes at a young age, perhaps inducing genetic expression. The researchers recommend that future investigative research be done.
The characteristics of Play-Doh are a good analogy for epigenetic mechanisms. Play-Doh has intrinsic properties like its ingredients that can't be changed. However, Play-Doh is malleable and can be shaped by the pressure of outside forces in the environment.
A toxic physical environment, like radiation, can negatively alter genetic material and potential.
Additionally, a poor social environment with little nourishment and attention can affect potential. Play-Doh that is left out becomes brittle and loses the potential to be shaped. The article Diet and the Epigenetic Reprogramming of Phenotypic Differences in Behavior, published in the Journal of Brain Research, showed just how important nurture can be to epigenetics. This study on rats by Dr. Francis and associates looked at the nurturing behavior of the mothers and the effect it had on their pups. The study found that the amount of licking, which is a sign of affection and caretaking, correlated with the activity of a gene that determined the pup's reaction to stress. A young rat that was well nurtured showed increased expression of the gene that codes for the protein glucocorticoid receptors. When a flight or fight response occurs, the hypothalamus causes the adrenal gland to release hormones cortisol and adrenaline. When the GR receptors receive the cortisol, they signal back to the hypothalamus in a negative feedback loop to stop the stress response. Therefore, pups with high GR receptors were able to relax after a stress response, while a young rat that was poorly nurtured showed low GR receptors, making them more likely to show sustained stress. This study shows the power of social environment on gene expression and potential. Dietary factors can also change potential. External factors like diet can affect the silencing or the activation of genes. Methyl groups, molecules found in food, are epigenetic tags that can silence genes. According to Dr. McGowan and others, DNA methylation is dependent on the availability of dietary folates, vitamin B12, methionine, and choline. Although the full effect of these dietary factors still need to be studied, the availability of these methyl groups in a mother's diet can positively affect longevity in offspring, as well as promote neural cell proliferation, active in learning and memory, and prevent against autoimmune diseases.
It's important to understand how the interaction of nature and nurture works in order to grasp how individuals are shaped by epigenetics. Awareness of the power of epigenetics can help individuals realize their full potential.